Throughout much of the 1970s, John Wayne Gacy was known in his Chicago area community as a respected and well-liked figure. A remodeling business owner, he volunteered at children's hospitals, entertaining kids as Pogo the Clown, served as the director of the Polish Constitution Day Parade, and even had the honor of meeting First Lady Rosalind Carter in 1978. Yet beneath this public persona, Gacy was a brutal and prolific serial killer. Gacy was convicted in 1980, and the court sentenced him to death. As Assistant State Attorney Robert Egan remarked, Gacy's killing spree was chilling in its coldness. He killed people like he was swatting flies. Early life and troubled relationships. John Wayne Gacy was born on March 17, 1942, in Chicago, to John Stanley Gacy and Marion Elaine Robison, who also had two daughters, Karen and Joanne. Gacy's childhood was marked by a strained relationship with his father, a World War II veteran and auto mechanic who reportedly subjected him to both physical and emotional abuse. In an interview years later, Gacy's niece, Sherry Bowner, recounted that Gacy's father had high expectations of his son, wanting him to be more traditionally masculine. However, Gacy was never interested in activities like hunting and fishing. Their relationship came to a breaking point when Gacy, at 20 years old, ran away from home after an argument. Gacy's personal life and first conviction. After returning to Illinois, Gacy worked as a shoe salesman and married his first wife, Marlyn Myers. They had two children, Michael and Christine, and later moved to Waterloo, Iowa, where Gacy managed several KFC franchises owned by Myers' father. In 1968, Gacy's life took a darker turn when he was convicted of sodomy after being accused of sexually assaulting two teenage boys. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but served only 18 months. After his release, Gacy remarried his high school sweetheart, Carol Hoff, in 1972. However, their marriage unraveled when Hoff discovered teenage boys' wallets in Gacy's car. The couple divorced in 1976, during Gacy's killing spree. Gacy's killer business. In 1971, Gacy founded PDM Contractors, a remodeling business where he often employed young men. His new business allowed him to gain access to vulnerable boys. In the same year, Gacy was accused of attempting to sexually assault a teenage boy but avoided charges after the victim failed to appear in court. Shortly after, Gacy's first known victim, 16-year-old Timothy McCoy, crossed paths with him at a Greyhound bus terminal. Gacy lured McCoy back to his house, where he murdered him and later buried his body under his home. McCoy would be the first of many victims to meet a similar fate. Between 1972 and 1978, Gacy lured young men and boys to his home, where he would sexually assault, strangle, and then bury them beneath his house. As Gacy's murder count grew, he began disposing of victims' bodies in the nearby Des Plaines River. In total, Gacy was charged with the murders of 33 victims, one of the largest body counts ever linked to a single individual at the time. Some victims, such as John Butkovich, Francis Wayne Alexander, and Darrell Sampson, were identified, while 5 victims remain unidentified. A shocking double life. Despite his gruesome actions, Gacy maintained a public life that further concealed his dark nature. He was active in the local Democratic Party and in civic organizations. According to his niece, Gacy was known for his lively personality and love of hosting parties. In his prison interviews, Gacy explained that clowning gave him an escape from reality. "When I got into clown makeup, I regressed into childhood," he said. "It was fun being a clown because you could be yourself, or just let yourself go and act a fool." The discovery and arrest Gacy's downfall came on December 11, 1978, when 15-year-old Robert Piest went missing after leaving his job at Nissen Pharmacy. Piest had told his mother he was meeting with a man about a construction job, leading investigators to Gacy's business. After a thorough investigation and multiple search warrants, authorities discovered the remains of at least 26 young men buried in the crawl space beneath Gacy's house. Additional bodies were found on his property and in nearby waterways. Gacy soon confessed to killing at least 30 people and was eventually charged with 33 murders, including the assault and murder of Robert Piest. In total, Gacy's shocking crimes remained among the most horrifying in American history. In March 1980, Gacy was convicted of all charges and sentenced to death. He would spend the next 14 years on death row before being executed by lethal injection in 1994. His case remains one of the most chilling examples of a hidden killer living a double life, deceiving his community while committing unimaginable crimes.